Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Dota 2 unboxing. The International 2018 Collector's Cache has been released out into the world. It has a big plethora of glorious sets, as always. 14 sets in tow, as well as 3 rare ones. But let's go ahead and just jump through these real quick, because I haven't even looked at them. I was playing Fortnite before this, so this is brand new to me, and not so brand new to all of you, because you guys probably already looked at them because, you know, I was lazy and I didn't see it in time. You know, I don't check Reddit enough to see when chests come out. But let's go ahead and jump in. So first one we have is Bloodseeker's Trail of the Sanguine Spectrum, or however the hell you pronounce it correctly. Basically, it looks like all the sets are going to be themed around, obviously, the main theme of the International this year being basically underground-esque. So this looks like a very underground-esque Bloodseeker. This looks like something you'd see out of Skyrim, one of those weird elf things that are always down there. I can't remember the name of them, but you probably know what they are. They look butt ugly with the skinny ass eyes and stuff like that. That's what this reminds me of. But it looks pretty nice in tow. Then we have a Pangolier set called the Pitfall Crusader. Nice and shiny. Looks like it's made of like crystallized armor, and his back is quite rambunctiously not really cute, for say, but, you know, just quite armory, and it looks like his offhand is a claw. So, that means people who have the gun, like myself, they'll have this set, and the gun active at the same time. It'll look pretty darn snazzy. Then we have Darkseer. Now, this is one I actually did see in the community market, or not community market, but the community in general. I saw it because it actually makes Darkseer an undertow creature now, so it basically adds on to the onto the theme here of just really nice undertow looking sets, and this is one that definitely fits its purpose. Next we have the Pillar of the Fractured Citadel for Spirit Breaker. Basically gives him that nice crystallier look, more armor, basically makes him look like he's a bit of the Earthshaker that came out of like a World of Warcraft story almost. And it's got a nice anvil, but you know, we all just got that Immortal Anvil, but looking at this, the color coordination with that new anvil doesn't really work out too well, but everybody always finds a way to make it work. Next, we have an Undying set, which I'm very happy to see actually made it through, called the Forlorn Descent. Basically, this is just like an underground Undying that just came back to life in his crystallized form. It looks like actually I could have just hit this down here, and this shows us the Golem. It's basically a big open chasm of Undying, which actually is super awesome, which is kind of why I liked it a lot. Next, we have one from Dota Cinema, actually, is going to be the Wraith King set for Stone March Sovereign for Wraith King, and I looked at it, I loved it a lot, and I really loved the cape. I'm a huge fan of black and red, and like this is crystal black with scale red, which is like a perfect combination of colors in my opinion. Super awesome on that. The Mirrored Divine. This looks like a set's fairly reminiscent of an older set from Necrophos, but looks like this one features a very bunny-esque looking himself. Basically, he's like a cultist in a sense, but as always, a lot of stuff is going to go around the big old crystallized theme. He's got a big friggin' tail sticking out of there. Now, the next set I'm very happy to announce is the Prime Sappers Gully, which is actually a Techies set. Who would have known, right, that Techies was actually a set you could put in the market? Turns out this whole time, Techies actually wasn't a thing you could do in the market. Like, you couldn't make a set for him. He didn't have a model. It was just the Arcana, so nobody ever did anything. Recently, he was given a model, and this is what happened. So, then here is Green Mines. Makes a nice little chest with timers on him. That's pretty cool. And then the sign has been changed to have a little nuclear sign and a spider instead of mines here. Next, we have the Venomancer's Malaku Stalker, and it's basically just another thing you'd see out of Skyrim, really. One of those, like, creepy little crawlers that hang out. The big, giant spiders. This is Venomancer now, with those extra 6 everything's there. Very creepy, very scary. Here's what his Plague Wards look like, too. Very creepy, and they actually have eyes, which is the difference between most of them. Next, we have the Witch Doctor's Morific Provision. Basically makes him look like an old cultist of sorts. He's out there. Oh no, he actually looks like a guy who'd live out in the wilds, doing stuff out in there. And, you know, for those of you who are wondering, that's just going to keep happening because it's windy outside. But then here's his Witch Doctor Totem. It's actually pretty funny. I saw this and I wanted this in particular. So, pretty funny in that. Then we have the Raptures of the Abyssal Skin. for the Queen of Pain, and this basically is one of the more revealing sets for QoP now. And then go back, and then if you look closely, the head actually pulsates. It's like flowing energy going through the helmet into Queen of Pain and the rest of Queen of Pain. So very fleshy looking set for her. Then we have Invoker, the Fate of the Meridian, or Fate Meridian, but it was going to be Fate of the Meridian, so good for that one. It features a big neck piece that has just the floating sigils around him, and then what we can see here is the Forge Spirit, and it looks like just another really nice crystally version of himself. The cape is actually one that I'd probably sport because of how big it is and how wide it is and how multicolored it is. I'm a huge fan of like how much can they make the colors clash correctly. Next, we have the Grasp of the Riven Exile, which is for Weaver. It actually makes him look a lot bigger, so you might be able to tell right here. Makes him look more apt as the bug that he is from down below. Next, and it's not is actually the last one out of all the standard sets, we do have the Visions of the Lifted Veil for PA, and this is a very armory and super awesome looking set for PA, because this just brings her back to her more armor-esque days, whereas like a lot of sets now seem to be basing around the 50-50 of still clothing and armor, but this one is like purely armor, and this has like a lot of Juggernaut-based look to it too with the Ghillie combo there. And that's it out of all the standard sets. Next, we do have a really awesome Warlock set called the Dread Compact. And as you can see, it just makes Warlock an actual Warlock by the looks of it. He has a lot of cool stuff. And then here's his awesome looking Golem. It is just absolutely outstanding. I saw this and I was like, all right, this is what we're going for here. It's got the big old hole in there. It's super awesome. And it actually has a continuous purging flame, which a lot of them don't nowadays. Next, we have the Shadow Shaman's Endowments of the Lucent Canopy. And basically, it's another fungal version of him, but he has a gold dripping backpack, no doubt made from the same guys who made the gold dripping backpack for Bounty Hunter, that immortal from back yonder. But the wands also glow as well, but the big thing is the gold that comes out of the back of his urn. It's the nice particle effect. And then we have the Serpent Ward. It's just a mushroom little serpent, basically. It's pretty cool. You'll be able to see it. It's stemmed into the ground when they get summoned. Last but not least, we do have the Gyrocopter's Vespian Hunter Killer. Basically, he is a bee. His rocket is a bee, and from what I've been told is that when his rocket is going off, the trail behind it is bees. So basically, it's a bee-based trail line, which is pretty darn nifty. Now, with that being said, that is all the sets. Of course, there are 14 of them, which means we'll go by the skipping rules. So it's either all of the rares are gone, we hit the skip button, or it's, well, there's 14 of them, so I think it's 6 sets. When 6, no, it's 8. It's 8 at 14. Or is it 10? I think it's 10. It's 10 or all rares, and then it goes down from there. So, you know, most people won't actually get the rare stuff right off the get-go, but my friend said he ended up getting Shaman on his first run through there, so I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was managing to get rares earlier than that. But it looks like that's all the rares, so we'll go into the Darks here. I leveled up my compendium. You get levels, by the way, for opening these boxes. You get 20 levels, which is actually pretty big, because you get levels from opening these. There's no reason not to open them. At least, you know, at least 7, right? You gotta open at least 7 of them. Anyway, it looks like that is all the rares again. I love it that I kept everything on their, like, secondary parts, so you actually see the Warlock Golem and then just the Shroom. Why was there a star by that? There's all the rares, though. Let's go ahead and see why was there a star? What is this? Why did this have a star? You see that? There's like a little box and then a star right by it. I don't know. I guess I'm just seeing things. Wow, you know, I was pretty close to getting that Gyrocopter set. I haven't really heard a lot about the sets just yet, because I only, like, just got into the game. I didn't even know most of these sets were actually in already, so There's always a chance to get the rares early, from what I've been told. But we have 14 boxes at least. We have 25 in tow. So once we get down to the first 14, we will probably just go into full skip mode and just roll from there. See, look at that. I almost got the shaman again. That's just like... That's so silly. I received a message. Thank you for your Dota 2 purchase. Thank you for allowing me to purchase. I wasn't looking. We'll just let it go all the way through. We got Techie's sign. We have Techie's sign. That's just funny. Well, we got 7 more by the looks of it that will break through, and then, you know, we'll have a total of 27 levels earned from just opening more boxes. And, you know, me being an unboxer, that's kind of just like my thing, right? Like, we always just do unboxings, and we just zerg through all the boxes. Well, most of the time, you know, there's Suns Fan, when he does it, I don't know what his rule is. I can't remember what he established. But then there's Neil, who, when he does unboxings, he gets stuff indefinitely, compared to Suns Fan at least. Suns Fan does not get a lot of stuff, unfortunately for him. But of course, you know, there's always ways to turn it around and be like, oh man, I got something at least, right? But so far we are at like... We're almost at 14, and we have yet to get at least 1 rare. Which is spelling a little bit bad for little old Petey over here. Because I at least want the first 2. I'm not like super hype on the whole B gyro kind of thing here. But, alright, well that's number 14 right there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, out of 14 boxes... I did not get a rare. Huh. Alright, so now we're just going to let it roll through. We're going to let it roll through. We're going to let it roll through. Until the rares are gone. Well, there goes the rares. See, I at least want the Warlock. I don't play Shaman, so it's not like that's a big problem for me, but it's like, I would like at least having that Warlock, because that Golem's pretty sick. Alright, Gabe. I see how it is. I see how it is. You just don't want me to get rares. That's just it. You gave me all the rares from all the other chests. You literally burned through the rares immediately. Holy crap, what's going on here? I'm actually gonna have to buy these sets. Alright, we're just gonna skip them. Burn through 2 sets and we're gonna hit skip. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. I hit skip and I got a rare. And it didn't do it last time. I think this is the last box. Well, thank God. I got the rares I wanted at least. And the gyro already... I still have another one? Yeah, now I'm done. Anyway, ladies and gents, that is the end of the unboxing. So, without further ado, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more Dota 2 action. Spartan PD, signing off.
I do hope you enjoyed the video that you watched today. If you want to see more done by me, or just done by anyone in general, please have a look around the rest of the channel. Leave a like, favorite, and subscribe on this video, and we will see you next time for some more Dota 2 based equipment and stuff. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you all next time.